Why are you not believing you are who you know you are? Why are you not believing who God told you you already were before I made you in your mother's womb? What's going on, TikTok family, and also now YouTube family, because your girl is in a season of expansion. So I'm coming to you with a day in the life content video. This is the stuff I'm talking about. It's your girl A, the multi-hyphenate actor. So I told y'all I was gonna respond to the feedback and to the sense of urgency of like, okay, we wanna see a little bit more behind the scenes. We love the motivational content you give on the mental health reflections and lessons with A by me being super transparent, because ever since 2024 came in, transparency was my word for the top of the year, right? It was going to help me in my art. It was going to help me deal and confront some of the ugly trauma in which I was born into, and as a byproduct, kind of creating it for myself. Message, take notes. Another transparency moment. But for this purpose of this video of Day in the Life, this is the shit I'm talking about. And I'm so excited that it's actively happening so I can share with y'all. So welcome to a day in the life of a multi-hyphenate actor. So we're gonna talk about my hyphenate layer of being a community development consultant. And we're also going to talk about my other multi-hyphenate layer of being an artist, but specifically a filmmaker, right? I am an actor, yes, but I'm an artist truly, because I use any creative medium to not only express myself, but make sure that there are platforms and there's content available to allow for other voices and other stories to have stronger visibility than they typically have, because it's 2025. Y'all, do y'all see what's going on with the Trump administration? Do y'all see what's going on? And I'm talking about the anti-DEI policies that's rolling out left and right. I'm talking about the call on getting rid of all immigrants, regardless of the value that they bring to this country. And I can't even say they, because, well, your girl not an immigrant, but I'm definitely a migrant. It's giving migrant for me. That's content for another time. Let's stay focused. So for this purpose of the Day in the Life content, I'm going to be sharing with y'all those other multi-hyphenate layers, being a community development consultant, where I specialize in economic development, community development strategies, and let me slow my mind down, y'all. I get so excited about this stuff. Like, for y'all that know me in real life, y'all know how I be. But my other specialty, as I take a beat and calm down as a community development consultant, is also zoning. Okay, zoning analysis, if you will. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, what's going on right now that just popped up. That was not planned for today. Like, whoa. But then we're also going to talk about my other multi-hyphenate layer, which is being a filmmaker, right? More specifically, a documentarian for today, because I do work on narrative projects, but we're not talking about that right now. Okay. Here we go. So boom, let's start with community development consultant. So a couple days ago, I was on Facebook and I saw a post from the executive director of a theater company that I worked with as a performing artist. It was an amazing show that we did called Information for Foreigners, which was a show that explored the immigrant experience in coming over to America. And it also explored Information for the Foreigners. It also explored policing, and it also explored the effects, or not the effects. It also explored the impact of the bystander effect. Drop in the comments if you know what the bystander effect is. If you don't know, learn from the folks that drop it in the comments. And if no one drops anything in the comments, because, you know, I don't know if this is going to reach the timelines or not, but also y'all please share, do something with this to make sure that this information gets to people, because this is why I'm so activated right now, because this is what I'm talking about. Meaning the energy, meaning being mindful, being present, meaning don't miss the moment. Message, take notes. So if anyone's not familiar with the bystander effect, go do your Googles or go to ChatGPT. Let's not act like y'all ain't doing it anyway. Okay, let's not. Moving on. But that's what Information with Foreigners was. So say all that to say, Jersey City Theater Center in Jersey City, New Jersey, and this is also a call to anybody that's local to that area or just enjoys good theater, period. They recently just lost their venue space for political reasons. I'll just leave it at that. And so when the executive director had posted on Facebook about it, it was crazy when I saw it because I was like, I literally was just thinking about them because an opportunity came up for one of my companies, Obstruction of Justice, The True Meaning, a research institute. And I was like, I need a venue space though if I'm gonna activate this. And Jersey City Theater Center is what came to mind because I'm super intentional with partnerships now after being lied to, misused. Capitalism, it's inevitable at this point in America. And so when people lead with the intention of capitalism, it kills, literally and metaphorically, spirit-wise. And so I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my spirit got killed a little bit, but we have you on the recovery, hence the day in the life. That said, when I saw it, I'm like, that's crazy. Excuse me, that's crazy. I was just thinking about JCTC. So I was like, well, there goes that. I guess I'm not supposed to take the opportunity because they was really the only venue I was willing to, partner with for this particular opportunity. Say all that to say, fast forward 4 days later, right now I'm sitting here, was doing some work for my documentary, A Race to the Reckoning, a documentary that I created, I co-wrote and directed and produced. And so we were working on one of our marketing materials, we meaning my editing team. And so we were in a meeting working on that. And I took a beat out of that, right? Because we closed that meeting down, took a beat. And so I go on Facebook and the first post that pops up on Facebook is this. And I'm reading it and I'm like, the urban planner in me, listen, got generated. Now, urban planning is just another, it's my discipline, right? As to why but it's my discipline as a community development consultant. I have a master's degree in urban planning or city and regional planning. Okay, so my knowledge base comes from that space, not just in terms of architecture, but also how neighborhoods and regions function, meaning the people within them, right? It's a little sociological-esque type, situation. However, I see this post and I'm literally like drilling in on the comment that she left right here that says that. And my brain just starts going and I'm like, this is not that hard. We could do this. Y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do that. And I said, hold up. Praise God. This is what I mean by don't let nobody box you in. And I had to pick up my camera and send this message to you right now. I reached out because it's about intention. I reached out to the executive director and I said, you know what? I see what's going on. I saw your status. I see that you need support with the decision-making process. I am willing, as the founder of Limitless Destinations, which is my second startup, friends. Okay? My second startup, Limitless Destinations, which is a creative artist resource center. I'm having a moment for myself because what just transpired today is the reason why I founded it. And here goes. All right, Lord. Control my tongue, slow my mind. Control my tongue, slow my mind. Oftentimes, consultants that are hired by companies that need to outsource for, you know, niche areas of expertise, that need to outsource for the purposes of finances. It may be more cost effective for a company to outsource to a consultant rather than bringing on an actual W-2 employee into their company. And so companies will do this sometimes. Now, here's the thing. Specifically with arts-based organizations, there is a lot of organizations that get taken advantage of by way of consultants, because people are not privy, nor should they have to be very honest, nor should they have to be super enlightened and super, you know, educated on the political process in the country, right? When they took it out the schools, and i.e., it wasn't really never in the schools like that in the first place. This is why the Black Panthers was important with the various programs that came out of that. And one in particular was understanding political power. But let's come back. Because of the lack of education of the political process outside of presidency, Congress, I'll even go as far as the governors. There's a lot of folks tapped in that really be caring about who the hell they governors be for the state, right? Outside of those areas, when we talk about power truly being already ingrained in us as a people, and I'm talking about humanity, mankind. I'm not talking class, y'all, right now. I'm not talking race right now. I'm not talking sexual orientation. I'm not talking religious affiliation. I ain't talking now. I'm talking about being a human with a beating heart and blood in your body. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Arts-based organizations get taken advantage of. Okay. And so one of the reasons why I pride myself on not just being a community development consultant, but being a community development consultant that is a professional artist is for this reason right here. So what I did was I reached out to the executive director, and I got a lot of stuff slated and on my plate. What y'all see me doing right here is just getting tapped back into where I am, because I know this message is going to reach somebody and it's for somebody. So I'm just talking to God right now to slow my tongue down, control it, and also slow my mind down so I can stay present and available and accessible to whoever this message reaches. It's okay to take a beat. Wherever you are, it's okay to take a beat. So that said, I reached out to the executive director and I said, hey, as the founder of Limitless Destinations, I personally have a lot on my slate. However, what I can do for you and the board is I can provide y'all, instead of assigning them to another consultant at the Resource Center, Limitless Destinations, I offered the executive director the opportunity to have a one-time consultation with me where I will provide them with a strategy to be able to start from. Message, take notes. Start from. Too often, when we want to be helpful and we want to be of service to people, we tend to have a very dictatorship, high horse type, I got you, you ain't got to get it from nowhere else. And I get that's cute for the salesman aspect, salesperson, saleswoman aspect of things. But when you're being driven by purpose, that goes out the window. And sometimes when you're in a tough spot in your life, financially, spiritually, socially, maybe your relationships ain't going right. Sometimes that can overshadow purpose and your judgment can be blinded and be clouded for the moment. This is why I'm really big on hashtag don't miss the moment. Okay, so I implore that onto everyone else as well that's digesting this video. So Saying that to say, reach out to me and say, hey, I can provide you a one-time consult with me, with the expertise that I have, for a strategy that you can start from. Now, I want us to go back to what I mentioned before about arts-based organizations being taken advantage of. What I could do, okay, this is what I could do, because this is what people be doing out here, okay? And I know it for a fact because my network is vast and it's wide. As a multi-hyphenate actor, it's vast and it's wide. And I listen, and I'm an actor who has an excellent memory because people pay me for my memory as a professional actor. I want people to also understand that too. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being cocky. I want to be clear. I want to be direct, and I want to be straight to the point, but also from a place of love. People pay me for my memory, so I do a lot of work that people truly don't know about that keeps this thing sharp, that keeps this thing intact, okay? Because I get paid to memorize, literally. That said, what I could do, you feel me? And this is what people do be doing, is I could have offered that consult and been like, I give you 15 minutes, you know, and then after the 15 minutes, if you're interested in learning more information, or you want, you know, more information that's actually important to what you need to do and the destination to which you need to reach and get done to not only hold on to this theater center for the community that has been doing amazing work. And I know it for a fact, right? Because it benefited me. I benefited from this. So when we talk about sowing seeds and reaping what you sow, wherever you get harvest, go give it back. Just cause. Like, that's like full stop. Period. Just cause. Go give it back. This is me giving it back. So what I could have did was be like, okay, I give you a little 15-minute, little 30-minute, little discovery call. Y'all be hearing these words, right? Come on, track with me. I give you a little 15-minute, little 30-minute discovery call. And if they like what they see, they call it a hook, right? You hook them and you're like, now you got to pay for that on the back end. Let me know how many times did that happen to y'all? Let me know in the comments. And it's going on TikTok. Stitch the video. Let me know, because I really want to know. I'm truly interested, just even as like a consumer in this world as well, right? I'm not just a businesswoman. As a consumer, let me know. I'm curious. So I could have did that. The reason I did not do that, and I don't intend to do that, because I already reached out to her, right? We got the ball rolling. She's about to put a time on the calendar, get it done. The reason I did not do that is because that was the reason why I founded Limitless Destinations in the first place. I don't appreciate the fact that people and energies and entities take advantage of, and this ain't just artists, right? It's humans too. But for the purposes of the conversation, we'll talk artists. I don't appreciate the fact that people take advantage of artists, people, entities, and energies take advantage of artists just because an artist has chose to just make sure their niche is on one thing. And if you're putting your energy, you're putting your time, you're putting your money into being the master at that one thing because it's your passion, or you feel like spirit, source, or whichever God you pray to, or whatever reason has laid that on your heart, you should be able to do that with little to no consequence. But that's not the case sometimes. And so what these consultants will do sometimes, which I'm not a fan of, which is why I move in a certain way that I move as a consultant. What these consultants will do sometimes is they will hold that, they will do the hook approach, the pitch and hook approach, right? Bait and switch. They will do that. And then so, okay, boom, you had the 15-minute discovery, you had the 30-minute discovery, and you're like, all right, damn, I need some more information. So I'm gonna go pay for it to see what else they're gonna give. You could have told that information straight from the dough, but it's dependent on intention, right? Depending on intention. What these consultants will do sometimes, y'all, is they will, one, bait and switch, what I just laid out, but then also what they'll do, and this is the hidden, very subtle, very subliminal, and I'm giving you game. Message, take notes. I'm giving you game. Also, what they will do is they will intentionally have a paid conversation. Say you paid for a consult, right? They will intentionally have the conversation with you. And then as they're having the conversation with you, they'll know where to cut off how much information they're going to give, because they're like, oh, you'll find the gaps to where you don't have all the information to get to where you need to be, but you could pay me on the back end for the second one and I'll give you all that information. When you don't have to do that, if you get in clientele and you get emotion and energy like you present yourself to get. And even if that part of your business is not doing well, this is why God has placed me here on this earth to educate our communities on the fact of it is super important to have multiple streams of income. Now, when I say that, let me be clear again. That don't mean go outside running around like a chicken with your head cut off. That is not what that means, right? And I say that from a place of honesty, truth, and love, because I used to be a chicken running around with my head cut off because I did not know any better. When you know better, do better. And even when you know better and you don't do better, forgive yourself, pace yourself, get real with yourself. And if you can't get real with yourself, position yourself to be around an environment that will organically bring you closer to just getting more real, right? It's giving, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You feel me? I hope y'all tracking. You tracking with your girl? You tracking with your girl A? I hope you're tracking. Because I'm in rare form right now, honey. I'm in rare form. So that's that on that. They will do that sometimes. So they'll run that retainer. And if it's a retainer, right? Maybe a one-time consult, and then boom, they'll cap the information, knowing damn well, okay, you're going to need to book another one to get some other information. And so rake up the coin. This is why it's important not to have only streams or one stream of income that's based on people with pain and suffering. I'm just saying that's how social services operates in the country of America, and it's capitalized. So, food for thought. So I say that to say that's a day in this is how the day in the life be going for me, right? So saying all that to say, they will do that just to either run up the retainer or cause you to get another one. But why I'm so adamant, and here's the message. Thank you, God. Bring me back. This is why I'm so adamant to share this with y'all. I pride myself on being a multi-hyphenate actor. Specifically, my community development background that I have. Being a community organizer, being someone that has worked on Capitol Hill and worked in policy, I see things differently now, right? And I feel like when MLK had that speech titled From the Mountaintop, my God, y'all go and listen to that speech. I know I have a dream. It's still Black History Month, you feel me? And it's still in the energy of his birthday. It was only last month. Okay, last month. Yes, I said it like that. It was only last month on January 15th. You feel me? But although we celebrate his holiday on January 20th, and y'all know the dichotomy with that. That was the day what president we on right now? Does it matter? Because I don't really even count him as a president, if you be honest with me. He's giving king energy. He's giving dictator energy. And last time I checked, I thought we was in a democratic republic. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me come back, because I be tripping sometimes. Let me come back. This is why I pride myself on being a multi-hyphenate actor, specifically with my multi-hyphen layer of being a community development consultant. Having the understanding and the expertise in how economic development works in our neighborhoods, local level. I'm talking local, okay? Where we have the data shows the least amount of civic and or political engagement on the local ground of things. And that's where the power lies. They wasn't lying with that. We hear them sound bites all the time. No, that's a figgity big fact, Fendi fact. Like, no, they wasn't lying. So I say that to say, That's why I chose to specialize in economic development, because I know that's what's held people that are close to the poverty line, at the poverty line, or below the freaking poverty line. That's what holds us back the most. It's either cash in hand, cash liquid in hand at that moment, or again, just having that safety net that folks talk about, whether that's a bank account, trust, REITs. Let's get into it. Okay, because if we gonna talk about it, baby, we gotta talk about it. And that's why the video kind of running kind of long, because sometimes when you having a moment of truth, justice, peace, and healing, you can't do it in 5 minutes. That's why AI can be dangerous, because you can't do it that shortly. And if you can educate me and help me out, I might need a little bit more training. I ain't too proud to share. Okay, help me out, because I'm always looking. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always looking to continue to, sharpen the skills, and iron sharpens iron. I'm talking to, whoever this message is for, and you still ended on this video. You valuable. Iron sharpens iron, baby. I see you. I see you. So, back to the message at hand. Economic development was something that was super important for me to specialize in for that reason, right? The racial wealth gap in the United States of America. We've been having a conversation about the racial wealth gap. All this technology, all this money, all these black billionaires, and I'm just talking black folk because I identify as somebody on the African diaspora. I'm not trying to leave out all my other homies that's out there from the other ethnic backgrounds. I see y'all, I value y'all. That land belongs to you, the tribes, all of that good stuff. It's all about DEIA, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Don't forget that A. And the reason I ain't that tapped in with the other ethnic groups is because of that A that we abandon sometimes. Accessibility. But all my homies that's out there, I ain't forget about y'all either. But I'm talking to the point of those that identify in the African diaspora. The racial wealth gap. All these black billionaires, and we still talking about what? And not just black billionaires. I'm not even gonna put that all on them like that either. And this piece of hair just getting doing the most. Hey, ladies, y'all know how I go. Not just black billionaires, but also black owned business owners. We still talking about the racial wealth gap. And I'm not placing blame. I'm a black business owner. I'm not placing blame, but we all do play a part, myself included. Message, take notes. So that's why economic development was super important. Zoning analysis. Let's get to that. I swear we had 27 minutes. I swear I'm just going to do this for 30. Because Lord. Like, you feel me? I'm really passionate about this stuff, y'all. Like, this is the stuff that makes me sing inside. And then zoning analysis, that's policy. For real. The reason why we can only operate certain businesses or certain activity in certain areas of a neighborhood. Ding, 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 zoning. So I made sure to really, do my homework and equip myself for my communities to really understand what that is, how that works. And baby, I'm good at it. It took a minute for me to see that, but like, I'm good at it. We're gonna leave that there, because it's nothing about, it's like being an artist, but as an actor, it's breaking down these neighborhoods is how I break down characters. And that's, like I said, a gift that I got from God. I didn't choose to be an actor. I chose to pursue it professionally, yeah. But being performative, I can't turn that shit off. I want to, try to, can't. But we here with it, right? So the zoning analysis, that's what that is. And then lastly, the other, especially community engagement strategies. As a person with a degree in psychology, as a person who grew up with no access to mental health support. Yes, y'all, I present young, but shorty been here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not Gen Z. I put it to you that way. I'm not Gen Z. Community engagement strategies. Yes, as someone that has a degree in psychology, training in behavioral health, counseling, the training's still there. It's in my blood. Ain't going nowhere. And then because, like I said, how I was brought up, growing up as a child, we both got the lived experience and we got the book smart experience as well. Okay. I'm an artist though. So back to the example we were talking about. I don't have to be educated on why saving the theater center is important for them. That's going to save that. If this was paid, right? If they were paying Limitless Destinations, by which Limitless Destinations pays me as the consultant working on the client's desire, hence the purpose of this day in the life. If they were paying, they don't have to spend that money that they really don't have or can afford to spend, because he probably needs to go in other areas of programming for the organization to service the community and the artists that are a part of it or the businesses that benefit from it, right? They don't have to spend that money on trying to educate me on why it's important. They are going to probably educate me just on like the specifics of things to make sure that the information or the strategy that I'm providing is super laser focused, tailored, but it ain't going to take that long because I'm an artist already and I get it and I own a business and I get it and I know what it's, okay. Dropping this there. That's the day in the life. We just going to sit that one there. I ain't even going to tell y'all yet. That's probably another day in the life I'll give y'all. On what it's like doing doc work. But yeah, no, y'all, that's the community development definitely bumped up against me today. That's for sure. Still being an actor, right? Because right after I was finished with working with the editing team for the documentary A Race to the Reckoning, right before I saw this, I take it as an SOS. That's just my heart. As soon as I saw that SOS on Facebook, I did a quick pivot and I'm like, hey, don't miss the moment. This stuff comes naturally to you. When they literally, like something as simple as what they asked for. What? Why y'all want to talk? You ain't got perfect that. When you're good at what you do. The work really comes in, y'all. And I don't know why I'm compelled to say this. For anybody out there that battles or is currently navigating imposter syndrome, the work is not in bettering yourself at the craft. Oh, I'm about to piss a lot of people off with this soundbite. The work is in believing it for yourself. You always can get better at a craft, at a discipline, at a skill, and you're always gonna need to get better with it, and it takes time. What you can't afford to waste is the energy believing in it for you, though. For you. And let me definitely get off this camera before I start crying and getting emotional, because that was my problem. It took way too long to get to the beautiful space that I'm at right now, and it was only because I didn't truly believe in my own capabilities for myself. I'm like a discriminatory trifecta where you could break me down at any given moment. I'm a female, I'm black, and I'm kind of smart. They be ready to take me out. My very existence is a threat sometimes. My existence, sometimes nothing got to even come out my mouth. Let me walk up in a room with my head held high, my shoulders back. Damn, can I breathe? So for all my homies out there that navigates struggles with imposter syndrome, belief work. That's where you focus. Why are you not believing you are who you know you are? Why are you not believing who God told you you already were before I made you in your mother's womb? It's your girl A, the multi-hyphenate actor. Thanks for checking in, and I hope this saves a life.